Aries, sun, moon, or rising. Okay, so July and even into the latter parts of June, you're focusing on home, family life. Your emotional security might not be feeling like going out very much because the sun is in your fourth house. This is where you're focusing on your emotional comfort needs and so forth. On the 3rd, we have a full moon. And this full moon will be affecting your 10th house, your career, your reputation, how other people see you, as well as your goals. So this is a time with this full moon, you could have either completed something you've been working on, or you reap the rewards for hard work that you've been really putting towards a project or something you wanted to see. However, if you haven't been doing any of those things, this full moon is asking you what you need to release in order to acquire your goals. If you want to make any career changes, this full moon will definitely be triggering the fact that you need to make changes within your career, make changes within your goals, see what you need to do in order to achieve them. There's also your reputation. So other people are more aware of you and looking at you more, right? They might even ask you to be more responsible in some ways, and you might feel that you need to be more responsible. So this full moon is very much about your responsibilities, your success in life. Have you completed anything? Full moons are completion points, so you can complete something for sure. However, if you haven't, and maybe you've been struggling with truly going after your goals, this full moon will help you release what has been keeping you stuck and stagnant in order to go after your career goals and dreams that you have for yourself. Now, on the 10th of July, we have Mars entering into your 6th house. This is really great for your sense of physical, mental, and emotional well-being. You can take charge of your health, mentally, emotionally, and physically. This is where you are eating healthy, taking care of yourself, making sure that you sleep. You also feel a sense of vitality, and you're taking care of your day-to-day tasks. You're taking care of anything work-related that you need to do. This is a time where you can be very busy taking and making sure that you are getting a step in life where you're organized. Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? And you're getting things done. Now on the 10th, we also have Mercury entering into Leo. And this is a lot for communication within your romantic life. So if, this is where you want to, either if you're single, right, where you'll be communicating with someone, flirting a little, existing relationship, you want to communicate within your romance, you want to spur on that romance. And regardless, this is the energy of life of creativity. Right, so this is where you're focusing a lot on your creativity, creative projects. Your mind will be inspired and ignited with creative ideas, creative things that you want to do. You want to have fun, pleasure. If you have children, you'll be communicating a lot more with your children as well. Now, on the 17th, the North Node will be moving into the sign of Aries, where it will stay until January 2025 for the next year and a half. And this is pivotal for you as an Aries. North Node is destiny. So it's taking you forward in your sign about what you want, what's important to you, what do you value. This is also can feel uncomfortable with these eclipses that will be happening between Aries and Libra, because it's going to really be pushing you forward. There is pressure with this energy in order for you to move towards destiny. So it is powerful. There will be opportunities for you, but you're going to really have to let go of certain things within your life. And that's where the South Node is in Libra. And this will be impacting your one-on-one connections and relationships to others, from frenemies, friends, personal relationships, professional relationships, contracts, and so forth. The South Node is what we are eliminating. The South Node is our comfort zone. Sometimes you might feel comfortable in a certain area of life or in a certain connection. This is literally asking you what needs to change within these connections as you are now stepping up to empowerment of self and what you want. And if these relationships are not in alignment to that, they will be falling away over the next year and a half. Now for you, as well, there will be that new moon in Cancer, and that for you is in your 4th house, and it's asking you to spend some time at home, resting, rejuvenating, especially with the new moon. It's a new beginning and a fresh start to your home life. So what changes do you want to make at home? This is a great time to move home. If you want to move home, relocate. If you want to do so, this is also a time to redecorate, declutter your space, take out any clutter. You're also looking to spend time at home and you just want to feel emotionally safe and comforted. So if there's anyone that you trust that you can talk to, this new moon will encourage you to do so. On the 22nd, Venus goes retrograde. And Venus will be retrograde until the 3rd of September. And for you, this has to do with people that you maybe went on 1 or 2 dates in the past, now coming back into your life. Exes, definitely, especially because it's your romantic life. Creative projects that you worked on previously, you now might be even drawn to them once again. Great time to complete anything you've been working on creatively. And if you have any children, this is where you'll be focusing a lot on them during this Venus retrograde and working on things within those relationships. It's also a time where you might be feeling like maybe you haven't been having a lot of fun and needing to add some of that into your life. On the 22nd, Sun enters into a Leo, and that was also in your 5th house, but it will be now with this Venus retrograde, bringing in time where you are feeling you're lacking the fun, maybe life is boring and mundane, and you really want to encourage that within your life. And like I said, exes coming back for sure, and people from the past as well for you. Now, on the 28th, Mercury will move into the 6th house, and you're really able to get things done, work-related tasks, chores, all of those things. Mercury will have you communicating with other people too about their responsibilities, your responsibilities, how you can manage and get things done and be more productive. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now it is your birthday, so enjoy this energy, celebrate yourself, and happy birthday. So this is a time where you're really focusing on yourself. It's really good for you, and you're really looking at yourself and what do you desire? What are your goals? What is important to you? On the 3rd, we have a full moon in your 7th house. This is releasing you from contracts, relationships, personal, professional, that are keeping you stuck in alignment to your goals. So you will be releasing a lot from your relationships, where you'll be looking at what is not imbalanced, right? What is out of alignment with you and who you are becoming. This will be a time a lot when you're looking at your relationships and asking yourself what you truly want. Can these relationships evolve? And if not, what needs to come to an end? On the 10th, we have Mars now in the 3rd house. You're really this is about communicating and expressing yourself, and you're feeling energized about expressing what's on your mind and communicating. Really good for networking, really good for learning something new or teaching others. It's really good for small trips, where you take little trips here and there to inspire yourself. It's really good for getting things done when it comes to your emails and signing off on contracts and really looking at things that you want to take forward. Paperwork is the name of the game. You could be also sending off a lot of SMSs, text messages, all sorts of things, emails. You are just communicating quite a bit there. Watch out, you might spend some time a lot on social media. You might even find it a bit difficult to get some sleep and rest. Mars is active, energized mind. So it's not easy to sleep during this time because you have all these ideas and things you want to say. Really good for journaling and writing things down. When you're communicating with others, be aware that because it is Mars and Mars can be aggressive, we can communicate very aggressively with others, right? This is where we want to express ourselves. So watch how you do that. On the 10th, we have Mercury in the 2nd house. You're thinking now about your money, your finances, and how you can really, see the opportunities in order to grow your income. That is what you're doing. Opportunities to grow your income. Mercury gives you ideas, thoughts, contracts once again can come through. People want you to sign things. You got to read it. Mercury is about us reading, taking in information. And the 2nd house is about money, skills, talents, income, maybe even learning something new to boost your income. On the 17th, the North Node now is in your 10th house until January of 2025, South Node, 4th house. So this for you is about stepping up into empowerment in a big way, because also on the 17th, we have a new moon in your sign, Cancer. Sun is in Cancer, new moon in Cancer. This is shining light on you, your personal goals and what you want. 10th house is getting outside of your comfort zone when it comes to your career, your goals, your reputation. So goals are like things that you want to see for your life. Is it to, plant that beautiful herb garden? That is a goal. So this is like telling you to, get out of your mind and actually do something about it and pull through for the next year and a half. And career changes will also be ahead of you as well. This is where you are stepping up as a leader, stepping up to empowerment, leading not only just when it comes to your career, but also leading in your reputation where others are calling upon you. The South Node is in the 4th house, and for the next year and a half, this is creating some challenges. This is about releasing, letting go past experiences emotionally in your family life, home life, childhood, past experiences that were stressful, tense, or not even just only childhood. Maybe you were living with someone. This is about releasing those emotions, and you'll be going through this over the next year and a half. Even when it comes to your home life, you might be focusing so much on your goals that you are neglecting nurturing and taking care of yourself, and maybe not even being there as much for loved ones because of your obligations and responsibilities over the next year and a half that are coming through for you. Now, on the 22nd, Venus is going to go retrograde, and it will remain retrograde until 3rd of September. And for you, it's the second house of money, income, skills, and talents. And also because it's Venus, we're going to talk about your sense of self-worth. So you are going to be having to look at your sense of self-worth and what is stopping you from earning the income that you truly want. This is where unexpected expenses and payments might need to come through, and you need to budget, especially with the Venus retrograde. Do not buy any large purchase ticket items. Okay, don't overdo it with your finances. Yeah, you need to budget and save your money. And you also might want to look at opportunities that you're working on in the past in order to go after them. So something you're working on in the past, or an opportunity you're working on in the past, could pay you out. However, anything new that you are doing might be a bit of a struggle financially. I would say really reassess things. Really reassess things after the 3rd of September, where you can gain more clarity about what steps you actually want to take. This is more about reflective in the past and maybe financial situations, payments, unexpected bills that might come through that you might need to take care of. On the 28th, Mercury is in this 3rd house, and this is great for communicating, connecting to others, expressing yourself, really, writing down your ideas, writing down your goals, and communicating them to the people that you feel are in alignment, and that will bring you a lot of opportunities. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising for July. Now the Sun is in your 10th house, and this is shining a light on your leadership, your qualities, career, goals, aspirations, giving you opportunities, you wanting to go after it. Okay, this is highlighting your reputation. However, on the 3rd, we have a full moon focusing on what you need to release when it comes to your 4th house, your home, your family. This is emotional healing for you from childhood stuff, right? This can bring up a lot of emotional healing from shadow stuff that we hold within ourselves. This full moon is in Capricorn, and Pluto has just gone retrograde, while Pluto is retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. So this is again your 4th house, and this full moon's in Capricorn. Healing, transformation. This is where you're looking to, what do you emotionally hold on to that you need to let go of? This will be very healing for family matters. This is where you might be thinking, reminiscing about family. This is a time which can be great for decluttering your home, taking care of your home, tidying your home. If you're thinking about relocating, moving, redecorating, all of these things to beautify your home and make yourself feel comfortable, be very good. You could be feeling exhausted with this full moon, so give yourself some rest, give yourself some time to self, and find comfort within your life during this full moon. But it can be very emotional for you, and you will also feel like, I need a moment to self. I need to collect my feelings. Now, on the 10th, we have Mars in your 12th house. This is where you could be lacking some sleep going forward, right? Going forward throughout the month, you might be lacking sleep. You might be feeling restless. Mars is about action, motivation. 12th house is about sleep and just relaxation. You might be thinking a lot. You might be thinking about conflicts of the past. Your mind isn't at rest with Mars in the 12th. And it's really good. The only thing Mars in the 12th is really good for. And I would also tell you to watch your actual physical health, because your energy levels could also be like drained at this time when Mars in the 12th. So do that and surrender, let go, and release. Close all chapters. Old chapters within your life will come to an end with the 12th house. You're taking action to close those doors. You're motivated to close those doors, and I suggest you do so. Now, on the 10th, we also have Mercury in the 11th. This is communication and connecting to friends, your friend group, social groups, various groups and collaborations with others. You'll also be thinking about your future vision for yourself. On the 17th, the North Node enters into Aries, which is your 7th house. And the South Node will be in Libra on you. The South Node on you is what do you need to release and let go of that's keeping you stuck. South Node is comfort, right? That's important. North Node is destiny and what we're moving towards. We need to find the balance between our comfort and destiny when it comes to the nodes. If we go out of whack either way, it becomes very obvious with the North Nodes, and the eclipse cycles going forward will definitely bring it to your attention. So the North Node in your 7th house is about relationships. This will be a time where you have lots of opportunities for new relationships, for relationships going to the next level, right? This is a time where you are very much over now until January of 2025, really destined to connect to people personally, professionally, friendships. You're also at this time can get signed contracts that are very good for you. It'll also be a time where relationships will come to light, where you're focusing on relationships that are destined to be in your life. And because the nodes are so powerful, relationships are not will fall away. Okay, that's what that means. If a relationship is not destined or not fated, because nodes allow for fated events, those that aren't will just come to an end. Okay, the South Node on your Sun is about you asking yourself, what do you do in life that keeps you stuck? Are you people pleasing? Do you say no when you don't have the time and energy? Where do you excessively feel comfortable in the energy of Libra? The South Node is there, that is keeping you stuck from your fullest potential. So this is where you might really go through relationship shifts, where you might be in a relationship, right? And you start releasing patterns within yourself, and that ultimately can create a relationship to end in order for you to go for the relationships that you're truly destined to go for. So this is a time where you are really connecting to new people, and it's a good thing for you. Relationships that are willing to grow will always grow. So what's fated is fated. What's meant for you is meant for you. What isn't is not, right? Now on the 17th, we have a gorgeous new moon in your 10th house. This is fresh starts to career, fresh starts to goals, fresh starts to your reputation. You are renewed, you are rejuvenated, Sun and Moon in the 10th house, giving you the new energy you need in order to focus on things that are in alignment to your goals, whether your goals are to become a teacher, whether your goals are to take better care of your health. That is your goal. And also career. New moon offers new opportunities for career, and any hard work you've been putting towards your career will definitely pay off. On the 22nd, Venus goes retrograde, your ruler. Until the 3rd of September in your 11th house, this is about your friendships, associations, and groups. This is where things can become very touch and go within groups, and conflicts can happen, especially with people you're collaborating with and working with. All of a sudden, there's a lot of tension and upheaval. So know that the Venus is retrograde, so it's showing you things that you need to release and let go of. And you can also end up dating someone from your friend group. If it's new during this time, after retrograde, you'll be reassessing whether you still want to continue with this. This is also where you're looking at your relationships. Are they in alignment to your future vision for yourself? On the 28th, Mercury is in your 12th, and you are needing that rest, rejuvenation, some time to self. It's really good for healing. Mercury has you thinking about the past. You are putting an end to thoughts of the past. You're putting an end to self-sabotaging thoughts. That's what the 12th house is. It's the house of endings, letting go and surrendering and healing. And this has to do with how you are thinking. You might not be the best space to actually communicate during this time. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, July has you very much focused on your one-on-one connections to others. You can even be very vulnerable in your personal relationships, and you'll be really looking to communicate within your professional relationships, connections, and really working on that and opportunities through your connections to others and partnering up with others. On the 3rd, we have a full moon in your 1st house. This is about where you'll be feeling very vulnerable. The sun will be opposite you. So you are releasing and letting go what holds you back and keeps you stuck and stagnant. And not only are you doing that, you're releasing maybe goals that you no longer feel connected to. You are releasing, maybe goals, aspirations, something that you thought was important to you. This is a time where you're deeply releasing that. And if there is someone that you want to open up to, you can feel very vulnerable and share yourself. This full moon is a clearing out of self in order for you to be in alignment to your goals, right? You might even go through some endings, letting go, releasing. You might feel emotional. You'll feel sensitive. This full moon can bring what is hidden to light, your feelings, especially in the feelings of others. On the 10th, we have Mars in the 9th. And this is really good because you're feeling motivated to take action on higher education, what you feel inspired to do. It's also really great for travel. So if you have any travel plans, you really want to go after them. This is a time for travel, for planning for the future, for shifting your belief systems about yourself, higher education, and also meeting different people with different perspectives from you. You're very much looking for freedom. And Mars gives you that. On the 10th, we have Mercury in the 8th, and here you are thinking about your debt or any monies that you want to pay, right? It's really good for that. You're thinking of ways to do that. You'll be thinking about your budget. You're thinking about your finances. You'll be thinking about how much do you invest your time and energy? What are you getting back? What is the reward? What is the financial payout? Because this deals with financial payouts. From taxes to payouts from companies, what are you giving and what are you receiving? And you'll definitely be analyzing that and researching, budgeting, creating a plan for your financial health. You could also receive contracts. Mercury is, communication about your finances as well. On the 17th, the North Node moves into your 4th house, South Node 10th house for you for the next year and a half, January 2025. We will be having eclipses that will be propelling us forward. And for you, it's your 4th house. This is about making changes to your home, renovating your home, relocating if you want to. This will be a time where you'll also be looking at your family life. And you'll be feeling very motivated. The North Node is destiny. So destiny towards making changes and improvements to your home. You might get new family members enter. Some of you might get married and leave home. Some of you might get engaged and leave home. Some of you might move home. Some of you are creating stability within your home life. Now, the South Node is in your 10th house, which is career, reputation, right? Career, reputation, and your goals. South Node is telling you there's something you need to release and let go of when it comes to your career and changes you want to make, and especially to your goals. So as your goals change, you'll be looking for creating things, situations that actually bring physical and emotional stability to your home, your family life. And when we want those things for ourselves, say we want to buy a home, right? We want to get these things that make us more stable in life, more emotionally secure. That's what the 4th house is. Security, safety. Those are things you're looking for. And the 10th house deals with that oppositely, where you are letting go. What in your goals need to change? What in your career life need to change in order for you to acquire that? And you'll be letting go of goals that maybe you don't want to go after anymore. You might be looking at past goals you had for yourself, how far you've come, and how can you accomplish things in order to give yourself the safety, the security, the nurturing for yourself, your family, all of those things. Now, on the 17th, we have a new moon in your 7th house. This deals with your one-on-one connections to others, your relationships, your personal relationships. You'll be working on sharing yourself. It gives you new beginnings and fresh starts, right? With this, it's about new opportunities to meet people, single or an existing relationship. But if you are meeting anyone now, watch out for the Venus retrograde, okay? The Venus retrograde creates a lot of havoc within relationships. So especially new relationships. And once the Venus is done, once Venus goes direct, you automatically don't want to be in that relationship anymore. Maybe they don't feel the same way. And for existing relationships, it will bring us all to question our values and systems within our relationships, personal, professional, love, everything. Now, that's what's happening. And so that's very important. On the 22nd, that Venus retrograde for you, though, happens in your 8th house. So this is where you might receive a bill or something you need to pay for, right? 8th house has to deal with debt and some payments we need to make. This is not the time to spend money. Venus is going retrograde in your 8th house. This is about saving money, it's reserving your resources. As a Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, you really need to reserve things for yourself. You really need to watch your finances and how much you spend. Not a great time to get into any loans, anything to do like that, because eventually once Venus is now direct, all of a sudden you feel like that loan is too much of a burden. So watch your financial health during this time. Secrets can come to light in your most intimate and most private relationships, okay? Because the 8th house rules intimacy, private bonds and relationships. This is going to be showing you secrets about them, secrets about yourself. Anything can come to light, so don't do anything shady. Venus retrograde loves to show us the truth about our relationships and where they're truly in alignment to us. And if not, it's time to say goodbye to them. So any unhealthy relationships might also come to an end. Any unhealthy habits that you have, like past pain that you're holding on, past trauma, you'll be releasing. Anyone you've been intimate with, and it can be physically, emotionally, or even vulnerable with, can from the past, and maybe you had an experience with in a relationship, can now re-enter into your life. And watch during this Venus retrograde when they do not, when this happens during any retrograde, it's not to make any decisions on that relationship. Wait until after the retrograde is done, and then we can be completely clear and cognizant of what choices we are making, because we have that clarity. Whereas retrogrades create that fog, and this is kind of a fog over the heart, but definitely shows us the truth about certain situations. For you, it's about things that are unhealthy, toxic, and having some healthy boundaries there. On the 28th, we have Mercury in the 9th, and you'll be thinking about aspirations, freedom, your sense of belief in self, your personal beliefs, what needs to change. You might even decide to study something. You want to learn something. You want to go on a trip or vacation, and that would be good for you. But however, watch for that Venus retrograde and do not overspend, especially for you. 8th house. Don't do that. It's a money house. It won't be healthy during this time.